Give me your number 7.
Number 7, in a very similar theme, I've gone for 2002 Carlos Ruiz.
Nice.
Won the double, 24 goals, 1 assist in 26 games. I covered, I think we actually both coincidentally covered this one in
We
MLS
did.
history retold. But he was phenomenal for them that season. Galaxy had, to this point in their franchise history, had been to a number of finals and haven't been able to kind of get across the final line. And then Carlos Ruiz comes in and tears it up for them. What's not counted for in my stats are, I believe, the 8 goals he scored in MLS Cup playoffs to win them the championship as well. He was massive for them that season. And I believe he held the Galaxy goal record up until Zlatan came in, which was like almost 20 years later at that point. So his season was massive, 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 massive. And 25 goal contributions compared to a lot of other names on this list, it probably doesn't look like much. But as a striker with 24 of those being goals and helping your team win the double, I think it was a massive season for him.
I gotta be honest with you, I think you're underselling him a little bit. I think 7 is low. I will tell you I have him, but I will tease that by saying I think you have him low. Um, Mainly because of those 8 goals, right? You're talking about how massive he was to the MLS Cup, breaking the curse, right? For lack of a better term. Um, if he doesn't score those 8 goals, they don't win. And a ton of extra time goals, golden goals in extra time. Um, not a ton of penalties either. Only 4 penalties in the 32 total goals between regular season and playoffs. He's doing it all from Open Cup. And again, he had a good team around him, but as you mentioned, in the years prior, they hadn't done it. So I think it's a bit low, but I agree that he should be on here.
That's probably fair. I think I looked at it without taking into account really the playoff goals, just from a pure numbers perspective, because everything I grabbed was just regular season. I think taking into account those goals, he probably would move up my list. I think that's a fair point.
Yeah. My 7 was 2014 Robbie Keane. 25 goals, 1 penalty, 13 assists in 38 appearances. LA only finished second in the table that year, ridiculously. Um, but he did win MLS Cup that year, of course, with the finishing the dynasty almost, and then third most goals, second most assists. So up there in terms of contributions on both types of contributions, goals and assists. And I think if you remember that 2014 team, any other striker does not get goals like that. Those goals that he scored were not anything remotely close to what other players could do. He was in a league of his own that year. Again, it didn't set him apart massively for me, but he is a massive part of why they had a plus 32 goal differential, which was the best by 17. Like, I mean, it just insanity in terms of what they did. 69 goals for, um, a lot of them coming off of his foot. So he's up there for me in that aspect. Yeah,
It's crazy that they lost the supporter shield to Seattle that
to
season.
Seattle, I know.
Insane. Yep. Good pick.